Okay, Jeremy, I'm gonna do a little walk around here. Here's your output shaft. Now that I've removed the spline and revealed the smooth little triangle, I don't know what that's called, but come over here. These are batteries wired in series for 24 volts. And then I get the 12 volts just off this one battery. So the system doesn't recognize that, but it will draw more from that one battery. And you'll have two different conditioned batteries over time, but like we spoke about, you can do the equalizer. It goes from 24 volts right into the main start solenoid. And then this wire here gives me my 24 volts that I need for the igniter. Ground. This is 12 volt function to get the 24 volts through. It's a Mark 9 soft start. Obviously I got the cover on. Here's my N1 tucked up under there. That little beauty right there. That 24 volts comes right here to this exciter. That's what's making it spark. Again, these mounts are just for the stand. It was just to interface what was here with what I had. But you'll make your mounts mount directly to the engine. These ports right here are for oil pressure, oil temperature. Of course, it'll be in your tank. Here's your fuel tank with two separate fuel returns. They can be combined if you wanted, but I got a little inline fuel filter to your fuel pump, to your fuel pressure sending unit for the Lavorsi. And that'll go to the fuel inlet on the engine. Right up in there. Bang. I'm only using one of these because it's just being used for a 24 volt ground disconnect, not a series parallel. Here's your run stop solenoid. Fuel in, fuel out, return. So you're in two. The other tack right there. Let's see if I can see it. Yeah, right there. This is just a EGT probe that I was able to install. There's your panel. So this will energize the panel. If I want to open it, I can open it in case there's meltdown or who knows what on the, just would manually open it. These won't manually open. They're resettable, but you can't open them. This is the switch for your run stop. Engine can run now. Engine dies. Fuel pump. No, there's no fuel. This is your exciter box. So it's 24 volts from the batteries to the switch to the exciter box that I pointed out earlier. Working great. This is your start switch. Of course, when you start them, you engage them both. So when I flip this, both solenoids, Mark 9 soft start solenoid and the big main solenoid will be engaged at the same time. So you'll hear them both clunk when I flip the switch, and then in 3 seconds, you'll hear the Mark 9 solenoid drop off, and then when I let go of the switch, you'll hear the other ones shut off. okay? And it resets itself. And then shut the fuel pump off, shut the engine off, and then turn the stand off. This is where all the wiring's coming up into this box on the hinge there. Pretty straightforward. I got my main 12 volts going to that breaker and this strip for power. This strip for ground. This middle strip for my communications, all my gauges. Here's the timer. If I reach around, you'll see it energize, and in 3 seconds, its function will open the circuit, and then when I let go, it'll reset every time. So like if your finger slipped off the switch or something, it knows. And then of course, I let go. The transmissions right here. This is where the separator plate goes, or kind of where that same one is. I got it all goofy. And then we'll split it, but I'll pop this whole thing off, figure all that out.